Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Forest Gaming, and I have another local finals from Cool Comics and Games. This week we did have a winner box, and I was in finals playing Beelstarmon against Eric, who's been on this channel a couple times, and he made it to finals playing Machinedramon. So pretty exciting. We did this was in the final playoff, so I went undefeated in Swiss, and his only loss in Swiss was to me. And then in the top playoff, we ended up in the finals together. So I opened up with this Gazimon Tamer, and he got the Akuramon and the memory boost out. I'm starting to early aggress a little bit. And sorry, we're just getting our little participation packs going on the side there from our TO. He does evolve to the blocker. Machinedramon actually not that terrible of a deck. I know that his build, he has these analog youths in instead of I can't remember. I think the Death X mons he didn't have that he wanted to run, or he told me there was some change he wanted to make. We'll get to that at the deck lists at the end. So here I'm just trying to put some early pressure on, not let him get going. Uh, they do have that new card, the zero cost option that gives Machinedramon basically a rush and blitz, which is very strong. And I mean, honestly, the matchup isn't that bad for Beelstar because you have a lot of answers, even with the protection that Machinedramon does have. So my big goal is to put as much tempo on board as possible, try and get him early aggressed, and then when we get to late game, just be in a better position than he is. We're both decks that play for the late game more or less. So here he did play the ultimate connection. It lets him draw a card by pitching a card, and then he gains a memory, or ends up netting one memory. Here's that machine, the one where you discard the card and you give the blitz and rush to the Machinedramon, so he gets, his Machinedramon effect, reducing or gaining the memory back for each source, adding one from his hand as well, and then he'll end up swinging. Kills the blocker with an inherited, and he hits an Eismon. I evolve him back to Gabumon, swing. I just want to get my inheritable off, so I'm not too worried if he blocks or not. And then I end up playing another Eismon, just filling my trash a little bit. He does have a lot of pressure on board, which is scary. He does kill my Eismon with his inheritable. So I will discard two more. And he does hit the Kakaitis Breath. I do end up just bouncing the Machinedramon while I have a chance to. I get the Gavalt Schwarmer to hand from its security effect. Trying to kind of tidy up my discard pile. And he ends the turn with the memory boost, grabbing the Gardramon just for a blocker, of course. I do promote up the Eismon. I will swing in to that, discarding the Gavalt Schwarmer with the Pokemon effect. Then I do play the Beelstarmon, putting him to 2, getting the very classic Nailbone, Vilemon, and Gazimon. Nailboning back Vilemon, Gazimon is such a strong play because it gives you a blocker. It kind of floodgates them a little bit, and you still have the pressure of those two bodies. Like right here, I am threatening lethal. So he does Analog Youth. Are going to swing, draw 2, discard, or draw 3, discard 2, Draw 2, discard 1. I'm just counting out what's in there. We're going to swing again. That does let him kill the Viomon. That's pretty good. And we are going to Beelstar for 2. Does have the 2 security left, so I'm just kind of extending rather than going for game. We're going to swing with the Gazimon, and then we're going to play another Gazimon to pass turn. So here he promotes up the blocker, but I don't know with 2 memory if he could do too much to my board. He does Congo. He needs to have the card that gave him the Blitz again. That would have been really good because he'd be able to play that Machinedramon and pop the blocker on swing. I kind of had to bank on him not having that. He does his pass turn with Chikurimon. We're gonna swing, draw, swing, he'll block, check for the Chikurimon, the Pokemon, I'm sorry. Then I am under Congo, so I can't swing out these little guys. So I am just going to value Death X, just so anything he puts on the board will get deleted. Again, I just gotta hope he doesn't have that March of the Machine Digimon card or whatever it's called, and he doesn't. So that is game 1. We start shuffling up for game 2. For what it's worth, this Machinedramon deck did blow me out the week before in the Swiss rounds, even though I ended up in the finals for the top cut and winning last week's local event at Cool Comics against Alphamon, if you've seen that video. But if you I wasn't prepared for some of the cards it had because I just hadn't looked into it. So if you're caught off guard by that, specifically that 0 cost, give Machinedramon Blitz and Rush, that's a backbreaker of a card. So with that knowledge, though, I did temper my playstyle a little bit to try and play around it, or at least know it's coming. We did dump a nice 3 there with that Eyes One stack, and then we will drop the Tamer. The Hagurumon's such a good card and will continue to be such a good card just to like add value for these machine type decks, D-Brigade, Machinedramon, and the likes. He does play that Ultimate Connection, just get more draw power, gain a little bit of memory. It's essentially a Hammer Spark for them, but it also advances their game state there. He just comments on how he keeps bottom decking or discarding these the 0 cost option, the really good one. He does evolve into the Metal Tyrannomon. I do just Death X. I think that's the strongest play I have because it is a board wipe, even though it gives him a ton of memory. I don't hate it. Death X is very strong into these setup type decks. So now I'm in a pretty good spot. Like, he has a ton of memory, but for what it's worth, though, excuse me, Machinedramon can subjugate that Death X effect with his effect that protects him from, deletion by effect. So he does get a turn or 2 out of the Machinedramon. He just has to basically sack 2 sources right off the get. Or, like he did there, drop the Chikurumon to be fodder. There, swing with the Death X, drawing a card off the Tamer. I do go into the promote and swing. We'll block, that's fine. Draw 2, discard 1. Then draw 1, discard 1. Just trying to fill my trash. And here we're going to Beelstar, Kakaitis Breath it, putting him at 6. And again, normally without the Death X there, that might have been too much memory. But I just feel like with the Death X there as well, just that constant pressure of something dying every turn, spending the 7 to bounce a card did not feel that bad. We're going to continue to aggress with the Death X. We'll swing with the Beelstar. He'll block. He'll have to drop 2 sources to survive, which is nice. I'm just stripping those pieces so that Death X can eat him up in a turn or 2. And we play another Beelstar, and we just could guide his breath again. So here we're in this tiny little gameplay loop. He's just going to keep playing the Machinedramon. I will run out of the Kakaitis breaths before him, though, because it just returns to the hand, obviously. But I don't mind doing this because it is advancing my game a little bit more than his until he draws an out, or a better out, I should say. Go to the Doberman. We're going to swing. He thinks whether or not to block. He does block. Draw 2, discard 1. Draw 1, discard 1. We're going to mill 3. Get a purple Digimon back. I just counting here. I don't grab the Beelstar that's in there because I do have the Beelstar in hand that will only cost 2. And I just double check that I do have the promote in there, which I do. Oh no, I did it again. I thought I had Beelstar in hand. Excuse me, and I didn't, and that's why I made that play, and then I realized I didn't have the Beelstar in hand, so I just play the Gazi to put him at 1. He does get to pop it, get the memory boost. He plays his memory boost. I'll go to 3 for my Tamer. Then his Chumon will get deleted from the Death X effect. He'll reboot. So we'll swing. He has to block, getting rid of 2 sources. And this is where my war of attrition has come to a head. But I do just get back to win this turn with the promote. So that was good games to Eric. Here is his deck list. Again, I don't remember completely offhand, but I believe he said the analog use were supposed to be, I want to say it was Death X. I hope I'm not wrong on that. And then here's my Beelstar deck that I ended up running that I've been just loving, just really loving Beelstar. Thank you guys again for watching. If you're still here, sorry that the content slowed down a little bit. It's been a little hectic. Still trying to get this content out to you as quick as possible. I just haven't been able to focus on it as much as I'd like to. But, join our Discord link in the doobly-doo below. Come say hi. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, for supporting the Discord, the community, and the team. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye.